Hey there, this is Matt once again. First off, I apologize for the lack of videos and for how my voice sounds. Just been under the weather. I never know if it's allergies or if it's a chest cold or whatever. I can never tell the difference. So mainly in my free time, just been relaxing, getting a lot of sleep, um, drinking no Milk Yellow, just drinking pure water. Once in a while, milk, specifically vitamin D milk. But this video isn't about that. I figure I could at least do a little video. This is thanks to a very nice guy named Victor, which, like a couple other stuff, before my birthday, back in May, he bought and pre-ordered a bunch of stuff from me, which is very cool. And the last one was In the Mouth of Madness Blu-ray from Stream Factory, which came out at the end of July. Now, as you can see, it is a collector's edition. The cover's okay. Cover's not bad actually. I think it's pretty good artwork. And yes, it does have the reverse art with which I definitely remember this poster. The movie itself I really enjoy. I would put it in my top 5 John Carpenter movies. If I had to think of a top 5 John Carpenter films at the top of my head, my drowsy out of it head, it would be 1, The Thing, 2, Big Trouble in Little China, 3, Assault on Precinct 13, 4, In the Mouth of Madness, and 5, They Live. They Live probably would have gotten higher if Roddy Piper's character lived at the end, because that's the one problem I have. I also didn't like how Keith David character got killed off. So I think if those two guys lived, They Live would probably be in my top 3, but still love They Live. It's in my top 5. This one is a very underrated John Carpenter film. It's a great take on H.P. Lovecraft. I love the idea of this character, Sutter Kane, played by Jurgen Prochnow. He's an author that is in touch with perhaps the other side, the H.P. Lovecraft type of other side. So his writing will make people crazy, will make people mad, and to the point where his writings are changing reality. And there's a line of dialogue, some to the effect of, what we view as insane, what if insane became the norm? And what we think is fantasy is something like that. What we think is fantasy, what if that became the norm? So what is real and what is truly fantasy? Sam Neill does a wonderful job performance-wise. You also have Julie Carmen from Fright Night Part 2, John Glover from Gremlins 2, Charlton Heston has a small appearance in it. You even have an appearance from the guy who played the physical form of Vito, the bad guy in Ghostbusters 2. Not the voice was Matt von Sydow and that, but the physical guy in Ghostbusters 2, he even has an appearance in this. Great score, especially love the opening score of the film. One of Sam Neill's best performances. I'd probably say my favorite performance of his. And this and Event Horizon are definitely up there for my favorite films involving him. Yes, really good work by KMB, as well as some nice stuff from Industrial Light and Magic. So, I'll wait till I do another review. 1, when I'm healthier, and 2, I would like to do a John Carpenter marathon one day. Redo the one I did before, like 8 years ago, or however long it is. But this is more about the Blu-ray. Now, the Blu-ray itself, picture quality wise, looks great. I would say it looks better than the original Blu-ray that came out. So that's what's wonderful to have. This is the best I've seen the film look. That's because it has a new 4K stand of the original film elements. Now think about that. This is a 4K stand, and they're able to put on a Blu-ray. Why couldn't Fox do that for Predator? Because there's a new Predator Blu-ray coming out, but it's just the shitty, wax-looking figures. And the 4K they only made for the 4K Blu-ray, which I'm not buying another fucking TV and player just for 4K. So fuck you, Fox. You could have done what these guys did for this film. Have an actual decent-looking Blu-ray of Predator, but that's 20th Century Fuckface. So the best part of having this and getting this is to see the film in the best picture quality. Again, I would say it is better than the previous Blu-ray. Special feature-wise, it's okay. You get a new Horror's Hollow Grounds, which is really cool, because I really love that show with Sean Clark. I think the last time I had seen him do was like Session 9 or something. It's been a long time, so I'm like, what happened to this guy? Did he get fired? uh, like, many Blu-rays have come out from Screen Factory, and he takes a look at the filming locations today, and I'm like, well, what happened to him? Like, but thankfully, there is a new one here. Oh, maybe they just pick and choose when he can do it and when he cannot do it. Honestly, that should have been something Screen Factory should have done on every single film they release. But that's just my opinion. But it was cool to see that. That's about 10 minutes long. You have another 10-minute interview with Julie Carmen, which, I don't know, I didn't get much out of the interview. I mean, she seems like a nice lady, but I don't know, I can't really think of anything from the interview now, other than she does mention there was a different ending that she was a part of, where she was sitting by Sam Neill in the movie theater, and that Sam Neill had a tub of popcorn, and then a tentacle came out of the popcorn when they're sitting in the movie theater. She seems proud of the film. This is one of the 4 or 5 films people bring up to her when they meet her. And I think she got the role because she worked with producer Sandy Keene, who is now John Carpenter's wife. They had worked together, so Sandy Keene mentioned Julie Carmen. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else. Probably one of the best parts is the 15 or 17-minute making of, well, interview with Greg Nicotero, the N and TMB. That was really cool because, he talks about working on the effects, working with Carpenter. You see some behind-the-scenes footage, which is really cool because you really get to see. It's like one of the nitpicks is when Sam Neill's running in the corridor and you see this mountain of monsters chasing him. You only see small snippets, but they're very brief. You see a lot of it, and it's really beautiful effects, including some that I'm like, that was in the movie? Oh, okay. I didn't notice because it was on it for a split second, but as he's talking, he shows behind the scenes. You get a good look of it. And I think that's also the interview where he mentions about reading the script, and there was, in script form, a different ending where like the whole town gets sucked into the book, Sutter Kane's book, and it was going to be this big effects piece, but they just didn't have the budget for it. So yeah, I would say the interview with Greg Nicotero is the best one. You do have a trailer, TV spots. You have the old commentary with John Carpenter and cinematographer Gary B. Tibby. That's a very boring commentary. There is a new commentary, which is slightly better, with John Carpenter and producer Sandy Teen, with his wife. It's an alright commentary, but it seems like John Carpenter does the best commentaries when he's with an actor or actress. Like the commentary he did with Natasha Henstridge on Ghost of Mars is really good. The commentaries he did with Kurt Russell are really good. The commentary he did with Roddy Piper and They Live is really good. The DVD Overseas, which has a commentary with him and Jeff Bridges, is a good commentary. So I guess he's like with him and an actor or actress that's just the best. He did a few little things though, like how Sandy King, Charlton Heston didn't like her because I guess Charlton Heston didn't like producers. Another is how John Carpenter had to fire like the first like production guy. I forget the actual title, but it was dealing with the church in the movie where John Carpenter found this really cool looking church, and the guy's like, "Oh no, I found a church up there," and Carpenter's like, "No, I want to use this," and then the guy quit. So I guess he didn't get fired. Like the guy quit the next day. You get a few, but I think the problem is unless John Carpenter is with an actor, he'll just narrate the movie. Like he just like, here's where he goes over here and he does this. This is where I'm like, we've seen the movie, man. We want to hear about the making of. And John Carpenter's older, so he doesn't remember everything. I think in this case, I would have preferred on-camera interview. And that's the features are okay, and I'm glad I have this because of the better picture quality. It's cool to also see Craig Nicotero's effects more clearly. But I would have preferred an on-camera interview with John Carpenter with person like actually asking him questions so that he's not narrating the film. I would have liked to seen an on-camera interview with Sam Neill. I don't know what Sam Neill's busy with, but I would have really liked an interview with him. I'm not sure if the other actors are around, like John Glover, David Warner, who's in the film for a little bit. I would say this, if you don't have the film at all, and you're a fan of the movie, or if you don't have the film on Blu-ray and you're a fan of the film, I would say it's worth a pickup because, and I know I'm repeating myself, you did a pretty decent new cover. You still have the old cover, which I remember having the VHS of this. You get a great, beautiful looking picture quality with the 4K stand, so it's the best the film has looked. You do get a cool Horror's Hallowed Grounds, which I'm a big fan of that show. I wish that was a weekly show. I really do. Horror's Hallowed Grounds. Shard Clark is a great host. He's natural. He's funny. And, like, I wish that was, even if it was like a YouTube show, like every week, boom, here's another Horror's Hallowed Grounds. I would gladly watch that every week. And again, the interview with Great Nicotero is the best interview. And it was cool hearing from Julie Carmen. It's just again, there's that much info I gauge from the interview. They have the trailer, the TV spots. And at least they had a new commentary, John Carpenter, and he's proud of the film. You definitely tell he's proud of the flick. And Sandy Teen, she brings some nice info. You could tell Sandy Teen really doesn't like Bob Shea of New Line Cinema. And like John Carpenter's like, oh come on, don't be too mean. But you could tell like she just does not like Bob Shea. Because I guess like there was a budget that was like 15 million, and Bob Shea kept wanting to cut it down. He definitely praises John Carpenter definitely praises Sam Neill's acting and the cast. Oh, I would say the commentary is a lot better than the older one because you get fun snippets between him and his wife Sandy Teen, like uh, when Julie Carmen's upside down doing that exorcist thing and the face is up, but this time she's upside down but the face is up. They're like, oh, it was a contortionist, and then John Carpenter's like, yeah, she was a stripper, and Sandy T's like, oh, really? I don't remember the stripper part. And John Carpenter's like, yeah, in my youth, I used to enjoy. But they're comfortable with each other, and that's why of the two commentaries, if you listen to one, I would say listen to one with John Carpenter and Sandy Teen. But yeah, overall, great movie, great picture quality, all right features. I do wish though that there was some more features. Again, I think on-camera interview with John Carpenter, and it would have been nice if they got Sam Neill or Jurgen Prochnow. Like, what's Jurgen Prochnow doing nowadays? Or maybe someone working with ILM, interview with them. Or if you just someone get an interview with Mike DeLuca, which I know he became a pretty important guy in New Line Cinema and other places, because he did write the film and he didn't write too many films. But I know it's one of those things. Scream Factory, they can only do what they can only get who they can get. But still, great to have this. Thank you so much to Victor for a very nice gift. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you later. Bye bye.